Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is a great day to be live. I love what we have coming to you guys tonight. Kicking off in Brazil, the Philadelphia Eagles, Green Bay Packers fan. Full disclosure, I'm a little bit more of an AFC guy myself, but this is a matchup that I've been waiting for. I want to see what Jordan Love's all about. I'm rocking with him in one of my fantasy teams. We're going to be talking about this, and in this video, I have 5 bets on the side in total, as well as 5 bets in the prop market. And I'm going to talk a little bit about yesterday, do a quick recap. But before we do, make sure you all subscribe right here on the channel. Also on Twitter, handles in the bottom left. And as always, the ever-loving Discord, okay? And I am going to preface the Discord talk because there's some confusion, I think, here on the channel. It's a totally free platform, all right? All that is there for, Twitter, Discord. It's a way for me to use this device and communicate with you guys in real time. YouTube doesn't give me the best opportunity to do that, and you guys the best availability, okay? So it's just here to enhance the channel. It's not here, I'm not doing money grabs, I'm not doing anything like that. I'm just my way of connecting with you guys in more of a real-time manner. Promise you, intentions are pure. So that's kind of where we're at within the announcements. Recap yesterday, and I had to actually start re-recording this video because on my first take with the recap, I forgot that I thought these props were switched. I had the likes of the kicking. Nonetheless, doesn't matter. But anyways, both kicking props cashed. So 5-0 with that kickoff game that we had between the Ravens and Chiefs. We did have Kelsey's reception come home. Tucker making that field goal in the fourth quarter. We also had the Harrison Butker, obviously 27 gets us with 3 PATs. The under 48, that was a bullet we dodged with the likely overturnment of that touchdown. And then obviously we paid a little bit for that hook in that first half. Alternate number for that plus 3.5. So 5-0 to start off the NFL season. I don't quite frankly know what to expect from here on out. That's not for those of you that do bet a lot. That is something where you just got to kind of tip your cap, stay humble, and move on. We're going to try to keep that one going tonight. We have 5 best bets on the side and 5 best bets in terms of the props. So they're going to correlate. So we're going to kind of go a little bit, I don't want to say over leverage, but we are going to go a little bit stronger into a narrative correlating. Not sure exactly which ones you guys will, look at, which ones I'm going to actually lock in, but these are my best bets for tonight's games, or for tonight's game, I should say, and I'm going to get into that a little bit later in the show. Also, I do want to take time to kind of shout out my channel members. Thank you for rocking with me. We had a live stream last night, and that was absolutely awesome. More of a casual setting, just talking sports, and it was just for live bets. And if you guys watch that video, please let everyone know in the comments how live the live bets were. We hit the Isaiah Lakely. We had that called out for his 49-yard touchdown. Next touchdown was Isaiah Lakely. Huge number. No points in the second quarter. We were just, Derrick Henry. We did a little channel team bet for the anytime touchdown pregame. It was a great night. Had a lot of fun. A little later game within the delay that we had, but nonetheless, got it done. That's all it's about, cashing tickets. And let's get into the picks, okay? So we're going to dive into this in the odds jam, okay? And forgive me for a second before I show you guys what's going on. And actually, we're going to use Outlier for this. I want to just kind of get into the mindset where I'm going to use both of these platforms. These are both the tools that I use to bet. Outlier and Odds Jam, all right? It really does give you an advantage, especially if you guys do props. Links down below in the description. If you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up on the Discord. All right, but in the kind of the betting splits, looking into this primetime game tonight, 46% of the money on the Packers, okay? That's an overwhelming majority, but in terms of the spread, we have it conversely, 71% versus 29%, so there's a big gap between the spread and the money line. Okay, so basically, if you do bet where the money's at, you're going to want to take Green Bay on the money line plus money, and you're going to want to take the Philadelphia Eagles on the spread. Now, I take 1.5s. I take the money lines. I don't ever take 1.5s. I rarely take 2s. It's going to have to be something special, but that's kind of where I'm at within the points. And within this, though, it's important to understand we have seen some movement. Okay, so Green Bay's taken some money. The point spread has been dropping. Green Bay is a very popular team, a lot of hype on Jordan Love, and Philadelphia. A lot of people are betting on them to come back to form. Very underwhelming season for them. Adding Saquon Barkley, drafting 2 rookie corners within Cooper DeJean and the first rounder, first off the board out of Toledo. Give me a TOL, little action for you guys. That's going to be exciting to watch. See how that defense shapes up on the back end and if they're able to contain this Jordan Love high-flying offense. Also, we have a new look at running back. Green Bay, they have, arguably the best running back addition outside of Saquon Barkley. You can look into what Josh Jacobs is able to do. He's one of my fantasy running backs in one of my leagues. I think he's going to be a high-volume back in Green Bay, fit seamlessly into Matt LaFleur's scheme, and I think it's going to be an upgrade. All right, they're going to be able to, still throw the ball in the backfield. Kind of underwhelming trait about Jacobs is he is a great pass catcher. Okay, so granted the game scripts were a little flipped in Las Vegas where they were playing catch up a lot, so he would get a lot of passes out of the backfield. But I do like Josh Jacobs in that regard as well. So let's get into some of the props here first. But I do actually want to give you guys my best bets. We are going to be taking the Philadelphia Eagles plus 4.5 as well with the under 56 within that same game teaser. Okay, so I know it's not good to go over the 0, but minus 130. We're going to get a cushion on the under, and we are going to stay at that key number of 56 as well as above that key number of 4 with the Eagles. Give them a cushion in case they lose it outright, but I do like that as a same game teaser. Philly plus 4.5 under 56, same game teaser minus 130 on DK. Also, in terms of Philadelphia in the first quarter, I think they're going to come out, establish a run early, and I think for them to get into this is going to play right into one of my prop bets that we're also accustomed to seeing. Taking that first quarter money line, Philadelphia minus 110, that's what we're going to be on. Also, for the full game, I do like Philadelphia on the money line, minus 125. We're going to bet that as well. So a lot of Philadelphia love here. It is the city of brotherly love, and we're going to keep that going into our bets in this evening's contest. And the other bet we're going to have on the total will be just taking the full game under 49.5 minus 110. Okay, so that's kind of how I'm going to do it. I'm going to probably put 2 units on that teaser, 1 unit on the under, and 1 unit on the first quarter and the Philly money line outright. So that'll be basically a 4-unit play in terms of those bets. And that's just where I'm going to be at side and total. I like the Eagles. I like their additions. I like the fact that this game is being played in Brazil. It's going to be one where I think they're going to want to establish the run. The only thing that worries me is how much is the loss of Jason Kelsey. Is that going to play a role? How much is that going to be affecting the Philadelphia offense, their calls in this environment? We don't really know what the crowd level is going to be at, the capacity. I think there's something where heat, altitude comes into play a little bit with these international games. And we do see a little fatigue, okay? And that's where I look for international games 0-5 since they've started doing this, okay? So that trend is one that I'm going to think is relevant. I'm going to play towards that narrative, and that's kind of my main data point for taking the under, especially because you see both these offenses on paper. Everybody's going to say points. Primetime unders, that's my thing. Let's get it. Let's take the under in this contest, okay? Also, we do have Vic Fangio going for the Green Bay Packers. Now, that's kind of where we're looking at. I'm sorry. And the Green Bay Packers are going to have to go up against Vic Fangio and that style of defense. It's one where you don't really know. Jordan Love hasn't really seen that look coming over from the AFC. It's going to be interesting how to prepare for that. You don't really know what you're going to get till you play him. So that's kind of where I look for Vic Fangio to revitalize the Eagles' defensive core. Okay. So that's kind of where we're at with a side and total. Now let's get into some of the props, and we are going to dive into Saquon Barkley first. That's going to be where we like the over 2.5 receptions at minus 113. I look for Saquon to get looks in terms of receptions. You can see this. I'm not going to use the numbers to apply from the Giants, but head-to-head against the Packers from the Giants, he was featured out of the backfield. In his last 5, 60%. In his last 10, 60%. In 2023, hitting that over 2.5 receptions, cashed at a 71% clip. So I am going to back the Saquon over 2.5 receptions, and we did take that at minus 113. Best number out there is at Caesars. Also, we're going to stay with Saquon. We're going to get into the look of the total rushes. Okay, 15.5 rush attempts. This is one where it looks like it's on paper a 50-50 split. But what the dynamic is with Philadelphia, if they run a 3-headed monster running the ball between Hurts, Saquon, and the alternate running backs, they like to rotate in there. And I think that's something where we see this. We saw this a little bit with Henry. Didn't really get over that rushing yard prop. That was something I called out before the game. And I think this kind of happens with Saquon. I don't see him getting 16 carries. They're going to kind of keep him fresh. So we don't, he might get closer to 20 touches within the receptions, but I don't think he's going to get over 15 and a half rush attempts. So that will be an under for us. That will be my second prop bet. Also, we're going to dive into Jalen Hurts a little bit, okay? We're going to take the ever so old faithful Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown, plus 100. Get that at plus money. Okay, that cashes at an extreme rate. Always has the potential for the tush push. So that's a live bet, and at plus money, I'm going to take Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown. Also, we're going to look at Jalen Hurts over 242.5 pass yards, minus 119. That's a bet that I truly like as well. And then along the lines of the narrative that the Eagles run, we run away with this game. It's a little juiced up, but I'm going to still throw a unit at it. 166, we're going to lay 166 to win 1 unit, so bet to win 1 unit. Eagles over 2.5 touchdowns. That's where we're going to take them in that prop bet as well. And that'll wrap up my kind of smorgasbord of props, totals, and the number against the spread. And I'll pull it up for you guys on the final pick screen. If you guys want to back me, fade me, you're welcome to do so. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this video. But these are my official best bets for tonight's contest. Wish you guys all the luck in the world. Good luck with your picks. We'll see you guys all tomorrow for college football. I'll have that video up a little bit later on this Friday. So make sure you turn on that notification bell. Don't miss a beat when I drop my college football picks. And we'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.